What's going on, world? It's your man Pat Caesar, Caesar LLC. I'm working on this 2012 Chevrolet Malibu, and this video should have been about how to do brakes and brakes going wrong, but it's not. Did rotors, brakes, had to put in new calipers as well, and it was hellacious. Right now I am doing an oil change, letting the oil drip while I make this video. So I'm gonna set you around the camera and show you guys what this video is actually about. Alright, y'all, so it's your man Caesar LLC, and I'm out here working on this car like I just said, and I'm done with Harbor Freight. As far as my main tools that I need, I've been using them for some time. I got Snap-on, I got Craftsman, and Stanley even. But I'll tell you, listen, I'm gonna just go through this. So I did all 4 brakes. That's why I have it up in the air right now. All 4 brakes, rotors, calipers on this Chevrolet Malibu, and I was using this on the back of my truck. Can you see that? My handy dandy automotive and bleed kit, test and bleed kit. It's the second time I've used it, and it is already broken. It is already broken, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one thing that you don't want as a mechanic, especially a mobile guy, is to be in the middle of a job and it breaks. I am almost an hour away from the nearest Harbor Freight to get an exchange, and I don't even know if the auto parts stores sell them. Cheap tools don't pay off in the end. The only time I can say that they do is if you use that tool a number of times to be able to justify buying a new one. So, you know, that was my third time tops using that tool, and it's already broke. This is the second one that I've had, because the first one that I had did something similar. I gotta check on that oil, make sure it's not leaking out. Okay, it's very disheartening to be working on a car only to have something like that happen. You see, I got the job done now, but the second part to this video is to show you guys how do you bleed brakes by yourself without a bleed test kit or tester or bleed kit. There you go, that's the word. So watch me, let's go ahead and make it. First thing you're gonna need to do is make sure you have a good amount of brake fluid, recommended spec. Where's my brake fluid? Aha, check this out. That's SuperTech .3, yo. This stuff almost tripped. Jesus Christ, I forgot there's a tire right there. Okay. This stuff has worked all types of miracles for me. So, show you what we got. So, we at the brake fluid reservoir, and we realize this is .3. We're going to open that up. We're going to make sure this is .3. Cool, that's all taken care of. So, we see where our level is at, and here is right at the full mark. It's hard to see it in the camera, but it's like right there, right below it. I'm going to top it off. So, the first thing you're going to do is open up the reservoir. Come to the car, and preferably you will have the car turned on so it can pull a vacuum, but I'm draining the oil. Don't want to crank it up because you're going to have one of my classic engine seized up videos. And what you're going to do is the standard procedure is just to go from if you're standing at the car, you want to go from the furthest corner of the car. So this is on the driver's side. Don't go to the driver rear. You go to the passenger rear, then move to the passenger front, and then the driver rear, and then the driver front. The wheel closest to the master is typically the one that you're going to do last. Oh no, I got sand all up. Dang it, I'm about to clean all that out. That sucks. That's my caliper compression tool, which is also Harbor Freight. That thing has worked out pretty good for me. But what we're going to do, let's take the keys out the ignition so we can get rid of that beeping, is pump the brakes. Boom, we're gonna pump. Oh yeah, this person had no brakes earlier today at all, so to even have anything here right now is a miracle. We'll pump it about 10 times. Alright, and I have a breaker bar. You could use any type of long pole or utensil, stick or something. We are going to press on the brake pedal and move it and wedge it in between the seat. Alright, and then move that seat so that brake pedal moves all the way down. Mine's a 10mm on this car, so we're going back towards the passenger rear like I told you. You look for the bleeder valve right on the caliper, and you're gonna just gently open it and quickly close it once you see it squirt out. I could have built more pressure than that, but that is the gist of it. Now, why I'm making this video is because this thing is supposed to be able to help me do this without having to go through this foolishness. And of course, it broke. So that's how you do it. By yourself, and your tools have stopped working on you for whatever reason. You need to bleed brakes. Bleed brakes. Make sure you have the caliper filled. Make sure you have the reservoir filled with the recommended fluid. You're gonna pump, keep the cap off, you're gonna pump the car's brakes about 10 times. On the 11th time, you're gonna come back to the furthest caliper from the master cylinder, the brake master cylinder. Open that bleed valve quickly and then close it. Now you wanna go around the car in the same order as many times as it takes, because it's supposed to shoot straight out. My mouth is very dry, y'all. I'm out here dehydrating. But yeah, that's my whole spiel for this. I'm done with Harbor Freight. This does take longer. I love to use my bleeders, but this is the second one that I've went on. This is the second time. The second one has went out on me. Not doing it again, not going that route. I'll take the long route. Hope you guys like the video. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel. I always like that. And if you need any automotive questions, help, give me a shout. Leave a comment down below. Enjoy the rest of the channel. And until next time, mi gente, vi pro mundo beneficio. Peace.